What's good, everybody? SG Scouts here, back with another video. Today we're going to be looking at stud wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase out of LSU, and this will be my second video on the 2021 NFL Draft. So if you missed my first one on Micah Parsons, please make sure to check that out. And also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to never miss a video. Trying to hit that 50 subscriber mark, so any support would be much appreciated. Also, since this is an early video for the 2021 NFL Draft, if there's any player you want to see in a future video, please make sure to leave your recommendations in the comment section. And without further ado, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So Chase decided to not play in the 2020 college football season, so all the game tape we're going to be watching today is from the 2019 season. As most of you know, LSU had a magical season that year, and Chase was dominant, putting up top receiver numbers. And if he was eligible to go in the draft last year, he probably would have been the first receiver chosen. He was the litmus test for most of the corners that came out last year, and probably will be for some that come out this year as well. So this first play we're going to look at here, Chase could be lined up at the X. That's mainly where LSU used him, as his strength allowed him to create separation even on the weak side of the field. And he just has a unique combination of as play strength, as I said, and also athleticism. So in this first play, Trevon Diggs, second round pick for the Cowboys, going to be lined up in man on Chase, and then Chase going to be running a comeback route, and number 15 on Alabama is going to be having an underneath zone, and it's going to create a very tight window. And the trait that I really want to highlight for Chase on this first play is his adjust ability and also his hands. He has just lightning quick reaction time, and he always fights back to the ball, always catches with his hands. Very Odell-like in my opinion. So you'll see here, he's going to quickly sink his hips at the top of the route, and I just love how he fights back to the ball, snatches it in front of his body, and he makes a very tight catch there, as he had two defenders all over him. And this is a scenario that occurs a lot in the NFL, as the passing windows are a lot tighter at the next level, and he'll be forced into these types of situations, and you'll see on tape that he can consistently succeed in these situations. This is some elite stuff right here. I mean, look at how tight this window is, and look at how he just catches the ball in front of him, works back to it, and look at that, hands out in front, makes the catch in a very tight situation. That's what we like to see. Now on to the next play. Chase can be lined up at X again against Trevon Diggs, and this is another play where he's going to show off his hands. He just naturally plucks the ball out of the air so effortlessly. You'll see here Diggs will be lined up in man on Chase, and as the play starts, Diggs is not going to apply much pressure. He's going to play a turn technique. Chase gets out of there quick, attacks the ball at its highest point. That's just great stuff. And besides the attacking the ball at the highest point, I also love, while he's running this route, you can see the strength as they're just hand fighting at the top, and you just see the separation that he just naturally creates just from the strength that he has over Diggs. And Diggs isn't the smallest corner, so this is an impressive rep from Chase here. So that physicality right there, and then just high pointing the ball. Great ball skills. Good stuff from Chase again. Here Chase could be the number 2 receiver from the top of the screen, and LSU is going to run a natural pick for him, where he's going to swing around the number 1 receiver and run vertical up the field. And you'll see that Patrick Surtain, the corner on him, will try to follow but be caught up in the screen. And the safety on his side, the weak side safety, I think that's number 15, Xavier McKinney. He's going to come over and lay a hit on Chase as he's catching the ball. But what's really impressive is just how strong his hands are, and you'll see on this type of play, I think it's very common for receivers to catch it, with their body, like a basket catch type thing. But you'll see Chase just absolutely snatches it out of the air so quickly. You'll see how quickly he gets it from his hands to his body. I mean, that's a millisecond there, with the safety coming in very hot. Just his natural ability to pluck the ball out of the air stands out so much on film, and I think it's elite stuff. Now on to the Texas game. We got Chase here at the top of the screen against off-man coverage. He's going to be running a comeback route, And Chase is really a cheat code in these medium routes working back to the quarterback because he has lightning quick reactions. You know, when he's turning around looking for the ball. On this play, since the corner's playing off man, you know, the corner's sort of waiting for Chase to show him what route he's running. And you'll see how quickly Chase is going to stop. And this is basically an uncoverable route. You know, gives him a little fake here or there. Steps down. Sorry for the poor video quality in this Texas game. But I mean, this is almost impossible for a defender to cover. You see how quickly he turns around, plucks it out of the air like nothing. I'll try to time it here to see when the ball leaves Burrow's hands. The ball is already way out of Burrow's hands and Chase is just making his initial break here. His face is still down the field fully. And you'll see at this point he's horizontal, the ball is almost there. You see how naturally he plucks the ball out of the air. That's elite stuff. That play might look easy, but there are definitely a lot of receivers that would be able to make that play. Chase just makes it look like it's just any other play. On this play, we got the end zone angle, and I just really think this is a great angle to show off the ability to adjust that Chase has. I think it's at an elite level, and we'll see him here in man coverage as he's lined up tight to the line of scrimmage. Again, in man coverage, he's going to be running something like a corner route, it looks like. And you'll see the window when Burrow lets go of the ball. That's some good coverage right there. I mean, I don't think number 3 can do any better. You just see how Chase makes himself open. I mean, great anticipation by Burrow as well. But this is elite level adjustment. You know, there's going to be tight windows in the NFL, and this really separates a lot of receivers. He makes a tight window into an open pass. We're going to shift over and focus on more of his release game and his route running stuff. And on this play, the Texas corner is going to be playing press on Chase. And that's not easy to do against Jamar, man. I'm going to be honest. He's a very physical guy. And on this play, the corner is going to try to hit him with a double arm press, really try to stop him at the line. You'll see Jamar just going to hit him with a quick double swipe, grab his jersey, tug him in, and then he's off to the races down the sideline. This is probably his most impressive rep, I would say, when it comes to release. I mean, just look at this. Get off me. He doesn't play patty cake at the line and then hands catch down the sideline. Just elite level stuff. Look at how well he did that. That's textbook stuff. That's teach tape right there. Corner tries to land hands. Nope. Get off me. Down the sideline. Great stuff. Here's another snap against Diggs. And on this play, Diggs is going to go all in and try to absolutely suffocate Chase at the line. He's going to take a step in, try to land both hands. You know, he comes off kind of unbalanced. And that's mainly due to the elite balance that Jamar Chase has. As you'll see that Diggs, for a second, it looks like he had success, but Chase is just so, you know, balanced, and his footwork is so clean that he's able to overcome the physicality that Diggs presents him and then creates a big play. His combination of athleticism and strength is just so unique and definitely something, you know, you don't see often from receivers in college. You see Diggs definitely, you know, could have been more patient and calculated with the press. Stepped out with one leg and then landed the first arm earlier than the second. You know, not the greatest technique, but still that's impressive balance and strength from Chase. And it creates a big play for the Tigers. And here we're going to be looking at another release. This time he's working against Patrick Surtain, probably a top 3 corner in this year's draft. And, you know, off the line, he's going to be using the stutter step. He's going to fake outside, dip his shoulder inside to win the leverage battle as he's running a slant. And what I really like, a little thing, is he wins the route early on, but then you'll see he keeps his head down the field and then quickly ducks it as he's breaking off the route. This helps him maintain leverage. And then he also uses the strength at the top of the route just to create more separation. But that little thing right there, you'll see how early he wins this route. As soon as he fakes outside, dips the shoulder a bit, you just see he keeps his head working downfield. You know, these are little things, but they make a huge difference and create a lot more separation for him. How quickly he ducks his head as soon as he knows the ball's coming. You know, that's great timing. Good pass from Burrow. Big play. Looking back at the SEC championship from last year, we got Chase here on the bottom of the screen as the X receiver up against press man coverage, and Georgia's sort of presenting him a cover one look with the press in his face and then also the safety playing the deep middle position. And Chase could be running a go route, so he has to get from point A to point B, and there are multiple ways to go there. And that's really what separates some receivers. You know, a lot of receivers would just run straight down the field, try to win outside leverage. But, you know, Chase, he has very good mental processing, and he understands that he has to run with a plan and, you know, has to switch it up from time to time. And that's what he's going to do on this play. So instead of running with the outside leverage, he's actually going to take his first few steps outside. And then once he wins the DB's hips, he's going to flip back inside and then use a double swipe to make sure the DB does get hands on him, and you'll see that he wins the route and gets open down the field. And that initial stutter that he gives also throws off the safety. So he did all he could right there. Sadly, Burrow couldn't get him the ball, but this is very important because in the NFL, DBs are going to be switching up you know, their approach on him route to route, and Chase has to be able to match that with his own, you know, different releases and, you know, keeping DBs on their toes. So this is really good stuff from Chase here. Here's another press man snap against Georgia as Chase is at the X position yet again. And he'll be running a slant route against this press coverage. And Georgia's presenting sort of a cover one safety at the top there. It looks like he's playing maybe even a robber position. And he's lurking to Chase's side of the field. So since Chase is running a slant, he understands that he needs to hold the safety a bit, you know, while also winning the inside leverage. So what he does to do that is he uses his first few steps outside, and then he fights back inside, which holds the safety and prevents him from entering that passing window and, you know, making it a suicide pass for Chase. So this is really savvy stuff. You know, he understands what Georgia's presenting to him pre-snap, just like the last play I showed. It's just very good mental processing. That little stutter step right there holds that safety on his side of the field. The safety thinks he's running a go. He starts backing up. That creates an open window for Chase to enter and, you know, gives Burrow a clean window to, you know, put the ball in. Now this play is not really that important, but I just thought this was just another example of how strong Chase is as he's going up against CJ Henderson, number 2 from the top. And Burrow's not even going to look at his way, so, you know, it's not really an important route on this play to the concept, but you just see how Chase overcomes the heavy press from CJ. Just brute strength. You know, ends up getting a little open there, but just thought that was an interesting play to show off. Just a wrestling match between 2 first-round picks. Now, if somebody knows who number 14 on Georgia is, please let me know in the comments, because this is probably the only play in the film session that I did. I watched maybe 4 or 5 games, and this is probably the only play where I saw Chase really get beat up on a route. He's here at the bottom of the screen. You know, this doesn't worry me, but this was just an interesting play. I thought this was really impressive. 14, the way he knocks him off with just strength. You don't see that often. So that was impressive for number 14. I don't know who he is. But I mean, we saw Chase against Surtain, Diggs, CJ Henderson. This is probably the most impressive rep. Good stuff from 14. Now you guys will be seeing a short little compilation of a few yak plays that I liked from his film. I just think overall he has elite balance. He quickly turns into a runner after the catch, and he's just really hard to bring down due to that balance and the very good strength that he has. You know, besides being athletic in the open field and being able to stretch the field, I also think in some of these tight windows when he makes the catch, he's just so strong that he can power through tackles of corners, and I think this is going to translate well to the NFL. As you see a few of these plays, well, all of them are against NFL DBs, CJ Henderson and Trevon Diggs. So, you know, really impressive stuff from Chase. Now to give my final thoughts on Ja'Marr Chase and summarize what we saw in the video today. Here are my evaluations of his 10 key traits. I think he's overall just a very good prospect. His ability to adjust the balls in his hands are at a top-notch elite level in my opinion. And overall, he just sort of reminds me of Odell a lot. Not just because he's from LSU, I just think the way he plays, you know, his natural ability to just pluck the ball out of the air and just some of his savviness in his route running and his release. Now looking at the final projection score, on the side you'll see the scale, and the final score is 6.97, borderline all-pro player, I think. So yeah, that is the video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if there's a player you want to see in the next video. And yeah, I'm out.